Hello and welcome to randomly reviewing Rock of Ages. If Monty Python made a rock simulator about flattening screaming world leaders, this would probably have been it. Rock of Ages has been published by Altus for Windows, Xbox and PlayStation and was developed by the Ace team, who also developed Xenoclash and Abyss Odyssey. If we go ahead and look at the options menu, we will notice some fine video options. Why it is that I can't have 8 times AA is beyond my understanding. I can 4 and 16, but not 8. It's nice to see that we have physics degree chunks, since it's the most hardware intensive thing in the game. We have texture quality, but no graphics options, which is a bit weird. I can change the texture quality, but not the model quality. We have acceptable sound options with separate sliders, and we have separate sensitivity options, which is very nice to see. It's nice to see that we have separate axis inversions for the bold and the sky view, and it's also nice to see rewindable keys with options both for the mouse and the keyboard, though there is no rewindability for the control option. Controls wise, the game works perfectly fine with the keyboard and mouse, but it is a very annoying, frustrating and stressful experience to try to play this game with a controller. That said, let's get to the gameplay. It's technically a tower defense game, but it varies a lot from standard tower defense formula. You start by building defense against your opponent's boulder, and then you roll your own boulder through your opponent's defenses into the castle. After 2 to 4 hits of the castle gates, it's going to break down and you can flatten your opponent. The boulder is very hard to control since the boulder has a lot of torque, and when it gets going, it's hard to stop it again. So sharp turns are going to be almost impossible. This also makes it very satisfying when you finally pull off a cool stunt or get through your opponent's complex obstacle. The game also has a multiplayer mode where you can play against your friends in the ordinary mode or in the spatial multiplayer only skiboard mode, which is what it sounds like. Playing online with your friends is where the game shines, and it is a lot of fun, and it's very recommended that when you pick this game up, you pick it up with a friend. The game also has a story mode where you play as Sisyphus, who was punished by the Greek gods to roll a rock up a hill for all eternity. In the game story, he gets bored of that and flees from Hades. Then he went on to try to conquer the world with his rock flattening abilities. There's not a lot of story in the game, but there's enough story to give each character some personality through some very funny, in my opinion, cinematic clips with a lot of pop culture references. And I'm just going to show you a few of those now. If you don't want spoilers, you can click the annotation on the screen to skip past these cinematic clips.
Io son Leonardo da Vinci, l'architetto. Sei tu conscio del fatto che ciò che ti circonda non è reale? Siamo un mero simulacro illusorio, prodotto in una dimensione ben più vasta e a noi aliena. Ogni azione da te finora è spletata e la risultanza, calcolata e progettata, da loschi individui connessi ad un computiere. Il tuo unico scopo è intrattenere il volgo del mondo esterno tramite un passatempo malsano conosciuto come videogioco. Vani ergo i tuoi sforzi. È impossibile sfuggire al proprio fato.
In the story mode, you're going to roll through different artistic periods in time, starting in ancient Greece and moving through medieval, Rococo, Romanticism and finally Goya periods. The art style in the game is very Monty Python-esque, using historical paintings with a Python-esque animation as the characters, and even the sound design for the characters are very Python-esque. The whole game has this very Python-esque tone to it, and I think that the game would be a lot less appealing without this particular very interesting art style. The soundtrack is not something I would personally listen to in my spare time, but it's a very fitting for the game and it matches the rest of the game's very, as I said, Python-esque art style. I have experienced a few bugs when I got through the game, none of them very major and none of them are game breaking. For example, I had a bug with the life bar with the rock, so this is how it normally looks and this is how it looks when the bug was active. What are my conclusions and thereby my recommendations for this game? If you would like a bit of a different tower defense experience, then this is a good game for you, and it is definitely better if you buy it with a friend. I would say that you should not buy this for consoles, since with PC you can use the far superior mouse and keyboard controls, and you can avoid the frustrating experience of trying to play this with a controller. If you like the footage you have seen of the game here, it would probably be a good purchase for the fairly low price of 10 euros on Steam. What do you think of the game? Was there something I missed or misjudged? And what should I review next? Please let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, press like, and if you want more, press subscribe.